Hi, this is Thijs, Sound of Minder. I'm going to be doing the experimental vinyl tag 2023, created by Alex, motorik247. He has 5 questions regarding experimental music, so let's dig in. The first question is: show an album or song with minimalism. So I went with this record, which is a Dutch record by Jaco Benckhuijsen, and the record's called Man in het Wild, which stands for Man in the Wild. Basically, Jaco is a piano player, as far as I understand it, who also likes to do solo travels in a kayak around the world. So he spent a few weeks solo kayaking. He went to, this is him, he went to Alaska, the Papua New Guinea, and south of Argentina, near Antarctica. So this is kind of the soundtrack that goes along with a book that he wrote about it. It's in Dutch, so for those who don't speak Dutch, I would not recommend this book. But the record is very good. It's basically, it's all instrumental. It's field recordings from his travels, mixed with sparse piano sounds and a little bit of percussion here and there. Very beautiful, very minimalist. Recommend it. Second is: show an album song that evokes a dream state. So a lot of these questions are kind of interchangeable as far as the answers go. Anyway, for this one, for dream state, I chose Deathprod, and the record is called Treetop Drive. Was originally released on CD and maybe cassette in 1994 on Audio Virus Lab. It's a double gatefold. It's all black with just a obi. The reissue is released on Small Town Supersound. Deathprod is basically the Norwegian artist slash engineer Helge Sten. I believe he does a lot of mastering and recording for the Small Town Supersound label. It's 4 songs. It's Treetop Drive 1, 2, 3, and then Towboat. It starts off very small, and then slowly it builds up. It becomes a sweet, nice dream, and it kind of turns into a nightmare at the end of the record. Very beautiful. I was first exposed to this record by none other than Will Oldham, aka Bonnie Prince Billy, who is, he had a video on YouTube talking about beauty and music, and he mentioned this record, and I've been loving it ever since I found out about it. Number 3, show an album song with animal sounds. Again, few options. I have a few, but I ended up going with this one. This is Otto Sidharta. 4 Indonesian electronic pieces from 79 to 84. This is basically field recordings from Indonesia. A lot of birds you can hear on the recordings, mixed with him playing electronic synthesizer music. Most songs start off with the field recordings, and then slowly but surely he works in his electronic synth. Again, very beautiful. This is on the Sub Rosa label. Came out in, what, 5-6 years ago? Yeah, 2017. Again, recommend it. Number 4, show an album or song with strange beauty. I went with a record I got really into years ago. This came out in 2008. This is Yellow Swans, Going Places. Why I chose this as Strange Beauty is because it is very harsh, it's noisy, it has power electronics, but from the first time I heard it in 2008, it's been, I still think about it on almost a weekly basis. It's just very moving, very beautiful, but also very, very harsh. So it's not for the faint of heart. It was released, like I said, in 2008. Recorded 2008, released 2009 on the Type label. I think it was reissued last year, maybe 2 years ago. I've seen it on Boomcat and other sites, so it might still be available. This is the original press from 2009 or 2010, actually, 2010. So Yellow Swans, Going Places, beautiful, but also kind of harsh. And then last but not least, I started with a Dutch artist, Jaco Benckhuijsen, and for 5, show an album song with cover art by a visual artist or with music performed by a visual artist or art made out of vinyl. So I went with Musique Barbare from Karel Appel. Karel Appel, or Karel Appel, as you would say in English, was a Dutch 20th century painter, part of the Cobra movement. That's him again. And he released one album, as far as I know, in the 60s, 63, on Philips. And this was reissued by Sub Rosa a few years ago. Can't quite tell when it was. Experimental, it's musique concrète. This is him in his work outfit. Like I said, he was a 20th century Dutch painter, part of the Cobra movement. Enjoyable listen. I was kind of surprised. I wasn't sure what to expect because I didn't even know he made music until I found his record. The originals go for quite a lot of money, a few $100. This one goes for, I think you can get it for $20, $30. Recommended. Karel Appel, Musique Barbare. Until next time.